It has been an entire year since masteries have been released in Brawl Stars, and today I am putting all the mastery titles into this tier list. I've got 20 masteries now, so I think I know a lot about masteries at this point. And I'm always seeing all of your comments and all of your opinions on each of the mastery titles when I do my daily polls on my YouTube channel. Let's go through them together and see which mastery titles are the best and which ones probably need some sort of a rework. Okay, the first one we have is 8-Bit versus Willow. You guys chose Willow, which I completely agree with. 8-Bit just has one of those mastery titles where not everybody is going to understand it. I certainly didn't when I first saw it, but it has to do with resetting an old computer program. And Willow's I love because you can make so many interesting battle cards with it. JJ says, I mastered 8-Bit in season 17. I love the uniqueness of the title as not many people grind for it. He's also really easy to push. I don't know about that one. And I like how different his title is compared to all of the others. That is true. If you do have 8-Bit's title, you will probably have one of the rarest titles in the game. I'm putting Willow in so good. I'll farm mastery points just for the title. And 8-Bit, I don't really know what I think about it. I'm just gonna put in decent. Amber, Firestarter versus Tick. Where's my head? Such a good mastery title. You guys obviously chose Tick. Mark says they 100% knew what they were doing with Ticks, and it is the best mastery in the game. Tick for me is going into the best. It's just such a funny mastery title. And Amber, I'm gonna put in could be better because it is a good mastery title and it fits her perfectly, but I feel like they could have done something more unique with her. Okay, Ash versus Ruffs. You guys love Ash. Trash tier 88% versus 12% for Colonel. I totally understand. Someone says, I'm a Ruffs main and I actually like the Colonel title. It's like getting a military promotion but in Brawl Stars. I feel like more people would have picked Colonel, but it's just such a bland mastery title. It could have been so much better, especially compared to Ash. Someone says, as a Ruffs player myself, I just have one thing to say here. Yeah, Ash's is so much better. Colonel is so disappointing as a title. Ash for me is going into the best. There's nothing like calling yourself trash and that you're in the trash tier, especially in a mastery title tier list. And Ruffs, like I mentioned, could be way better. Okay, Barley, You've Got Served versus Sandy the Sleepy. I am not a huge fan of the titles that start with the. I just feel like they're very boring. Is Sleepy for Sandy would be so much better. It's just such a small change that makes such a big difference. Barley is a lot more interesting than the blank type of titles, exactly what I'm saying. I don't think Barley's is the best for me, especially because it's not exactly his voice line. I don't know why that bothers me so much. So I'm gonna put him in so good. I'll farm mastery points just for the title. And the Sleepy for Sandy, like I said, I think it could be way better than just the Sleepy. The Queen versus Tara, what's in the cards? This one was a lot closer than the other ones. I actually really like both of them. My favorite title is Queen. Tara's title is also good, but B's is much better in my opinion. They're at the same ranking for me. Queen has to go in so good. Same with what's in the cards, same place. Now we have Belle Star versus Stu Wicked. This one kind of surprised me a little bit. Mike says, Belle's title is kind of different than most of the others, as it is a fun little Easter egg as to who she is inspired by, Belle Star. That is true. Belle is inspired by an actual person, an outlaw from the 19th century, which is actually insanely cool. Silver says, Stu is so bad. His skin is literally called Wicked already. I hate that. Same with Buzz. We will see Buzz's title later on, and it goes more with their skin rather than what they actually are. Stu is a stuntman and he's actually a very sweet person, so it just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna put Belle's title in decent, and Stu's, I hope no one hates me for this, but I'm actually gonna put lower than Belle. I'm gonna put in could be better just because I really don't understand why it's Wicked. Okay, now we have BB Cool Cat versus Spike, one of a kind. Everyone loves Spike, so I can see why he won by a lot. I cannot take BB's annoying voice seriously when she says that, so I'm picking Spike. Even if I could take her seriously, I'd have picked Spike anyways. Why do so many people hate on BB? I love BB. I'm gonna put BB, Cool Cat, and So Good all for mastery points just for the title. And I'm also going to put Spike in the same place. Now we have Bo, One with Nature versus Surge. Bro, this one was already kind of obvious. I can understand why a lot of people don't like his title because who really goes outside? If you're playing Brawl Stars, you're not going outside, trust me. You're one with your iPad. You are one with your mobile device. I think Surge's is so good. All for mastery points just for the title. One with Nature, I'm putting it in decent. Bonnie the Reckless versus Squeak is an accident. I love Squeak. It's definitely one of my favorites. Squeak's title is literally me because I literally wasn't supposed to be born. Brackets, no self-deprecation. I'm literally an accident. Yeah, there is a clear winner here. Bonnie's is just one of those boring, bland ones. So Squeak has to be the best. Nothing beats it. And Bonnie's, although I love Bonnie, it could be way better. We have Brock, Boom versus Sprout. Tree Hugger, this one kind of surprised me because I thought most people would like Brock over Sprout. Nate says, Brock's is pretty disappointing. It could have been something like got nerfed. So it would say, your name got nerfed, like his voice line, which I agree with. I'm a Brock main, and I agree his title is disappointing. Well, there's my answer. I'm gonna agree with you guys and put Boom for Brock and could be better. Tree Hugger, I'm gonna put in decent because I'm not sure. Bulldozer versus RT the Watcher. This one also surprised me because I would think Bulldozer as a title would be much better because it's just a classic. Ain't no way people like RTs. Bulldozer is iconic with the character RTs. I'm actually gonna put in could be better. Imagine if it was something like is watching you. Sounds so much better. And Bull, I'm gonna put it in... I don't think I'll farm mastery points just to get his title, honestly. So I'm gonna put him in decent. Buster, Blockbuster versus Penny the Salty. Again, it was just so disappointing to see the mastery titles that start with the. For me, Blockbuster is kind of like Bull's Bulldozer, so I'm gonna put it in decent. And then Penny, Buzz, Born Bad versus Piper the Sniper. I love the way Piper the Sniper sounds. It's just so fitting and so perfect. Expert Gamer says, I'm a Buzz main and I really love his title. It just sounds, but Piper's title is probably one of the better, the blank kind of titles. Even though the title is a little bit confusing, I'm still gonna put in So Good all for mastery points just for the title. Piper, I want to put it in the same category, but I might have to just put it in decent only because it starts with the. We have Byron the Sensational versus the Classic. No Time to Explain for Shelly's. The one thing I don't understand about Byron is what his mastery title even means. I feel like he can put the Sensational on pretty much anything. Shelly, since it's a classic, is going into So Good. Byron, I will have to put into decent. Carl the Geologist versus Sam In Your Face. This one's super obvious. Sam wins this one. Carl's, unless you're just a super mega fan of geology, which I don't think many people are, I don't know if many people would pick that one. Sam just sounds so much better. And again, it's one of those titles where you can put your name or whatever in front and then just have In Your Face at the bottom and it sounds really good or really funny. They should have changed Carl's title to Nerd. Everyone would love to have the Nerd title. I agree. Why not just have it be Nerd? Although, I don't know, some people might find that offensive. Sam, the best. Nothing beats it. And Carl, I am so sorry, but you're gonna have to be the first title I'm putting in horrible. Please just rename the title. Chester, Jack of All Trades versus Otis, the Artist. This one's kind of ironic that I put them together. But in this one, Chester's basically saying he's good at everything, no matter what it is. And then Otis is just like, but hey, I'm just good at art. Simon says, the Jack of all trades, a master of none, is oftentimes better than the master of one. Exactly what I am saying. I'm so sorry, Otis. Chester is gonna have to go into the best for me. Like, imagine beating someone on ladder and then your battle card just says, the Jack of all trades. Not only are you good at Brawl Stars and you just proved it, but you're better at everything. And the Artist could be better. Now we have Chuck the Maestro versus Poco El Mariachi. I actually don't know what the Maestro means. Maestro means a distinguished musician. I do like El Mariachi a lot better. Who does not love a mariachi? Since I love mariachi so much, I am putting Poco in So Good. I'm sorry, I hope you guys don't hate me, but I'm putting Chuck's and could be better. Alright, now we have Colette the Collector versus Rico the Lover. Both titles start with the, but I do think they're pretty good titles. titles. Rico the Lover, if you don't know why his title is a lover, you need to go to Brawl Stars and watch the animation of Rico falling in love with the vending machine, and then Frank basically killing his love, and Piper coming and lending her hand to Rico, and now he's in love with Piper, so I guess the lover just really fits him. I'm just not a fan of the bland titles, so Colette goes into could be better, and Rico the Lover, like, I just have to put in decent. Now we have Colt the Pretty versus Rosa touching grass. I'm sorry, Colt. Rosa's title is just too funny. Rosa, you guys already know, the best. Nothing beats it. The Pretty has to go in. I would not grind it just for the title, so I'm putting it in decent. Cordelia's Toxic versus Nani. Nanny, nobody has the Nanny title. I don't know anybody who wants to willingly have the title Nanny. It's just one of those titles where you just happen to get it because you like playing Brawler, but no one really wants to rock the Nanny title if you have other options. And Nate puts it perfectly for me. Nanny and the Janitor are two titles that people would get by simply mastering those Brawlers as a result of playing them a lot and not even put the title on their profile. That is so true. I love the Toxic title since so many people who play not just Brawl Stars, but any video games in general are so toxic. So I'll put him here into so good. And Nanny, you guys already know it's horrible. It's so bad. Now we have Crow versus Pearl. Pearl's did get changed. It is now Let Me Cook. Someone says, I think that Crow's mastery title would be the Boss of Bosses, and the choice would be a lot more obvious. They really need to change some of these mastery titles. Crow, obviously horrible. Please rename the title. And Pearl's Let Me Cook. I love it so much. I love the double meaning behind Pearl's, and there's just like a very popular saying. So it's going into the best. Nothing beats it. Okay, now we have Daryl Pirate versus Pam, your mom. Obviously this one wins. Pam's is just so good. It's like the age-old joke. People have been using that joke for years and years and years. Your mom, clearly the best. Nothing beats it. And Daryl, come on Daryl, yours could be so much better. It's horrible. Please rename the title. Now we have Doug Wiener versus Mr. P, the boss. I think Mr. P's title would be much better if it was your boss, like Pam's title. Oh my gosh, completely agree with that. It's like these little changes that can make such a huge difference on these mastery titles. I really hope they change some of them. I know the community managers were saying they would never change a title, but then they changed Pearl's title, so I think there's a chance. Okay guys, maybe I should create a petition for it. Wiener for me, since it's such a funny mastery title, I'm putting in so good. I would definitely grind this Brawler just for the title. And Mr. P, it could be better, but I don't think it's that bad because it is the boss. El Jefe, I'm gonna put it in decent. Dynamite, Birdie versus Nita the Untamed. I'm not sure if I really like any of these, but I'm gonna have to give Dynamite extra points just because that is his voice line, him going birdie. So I'm kind of torn on Dynamite, so I'm gonna put him in decent. And the Untamed, I just don't like it. There's something about it. It needs to be changed. Edgar, CEO of Brawl Stars versus Meg, Tech Support 2.0. Edgar is the clear winner here. Meg is great, but I wouldn't want to face the torture of her voice lines. Yeah, everyone has an issue with her voice lines. Mika says, I voted Tech Support 2.0 just because I'm tired of seeing CEO of Brawl Stars. CEO of Brawl Stars, definitely one of the best in the game. Tech Support 2.0, I don't hate it. I mean, if you're a tech junkie and you just love tech, it could be an amazing title for you. So I'm gonna put it in decent. El Primo, El Luchador versus Mandy, Tough Cookie. I actually love both of these so much. I like Tough Cookie, it's pretty cute, and I'm gonna have to put El Luchador in the same one. Now we have Ems, hashtag haters, and Eve, Mother. So Ems goes into so good. All 4 mastery points just for the title. And Mother, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. It's going to decent. Bang, Sneaker Artist versus Jessie, the Builder. I hate Jessie's so much. It could have been so much better. I heard that Jessie's name actually comes from the fact that she's really messy. Messy Jessie, which sounds so much better. I can imagine her new title being something like, is messy. So the Sneaker Artist is going into so good. Jessie's the Builder, unfortunately, is going into horrible. Frank the Tank versus Max, I am Speed. Frank the Tank is just so boring, so bland. It just seems lazy to me. Frank's definitely needs a change, so I'm gonna put it down here. And Max's, I'm gonna put up here. We have Gale the Janitor versus Mortis, Creature of the Night. And we already talked about Gale's before, the Janitor. I don't know who would want to grind that unless they just really like the Brawler. Creature of the Night, I'm gonna put in so good. I don't think it's the best for me. I'm also not a huge Mortis fan. Gina, Talk to the Hand versus Hank, a Lil Tenant. I don't really get Hank's. I don't think it's that great, but Jean's is so good. Hank says, Even with my own name being Hank, I like Jean's title much better. The Hank has spoken. Jean is so good. A little Tenet, I don't think it's horrible, but it could be better. Gray, the Shady versus Macy, Master of Disaster. You guys pick Macy's. If Gray's mastery was the real Slim Shady, I'd choose that one. The Shady, imagine if it was Shady. Could be better. And Macy's Master of Disaster is so good. Griff the Greedy versus Lou is here for you. You guys chose Lou. I'm actually super biased with this one because I just really love Lou. So I'm gonna have to put it in the best. And then again for Griff, they could have just changed it to is greedy. I can't talk enough about that. It's gonna have to be in horrible, please change the name. Now we have Grum with one left hand. I love that one. Versus Janet the Rocket. Every time I see Janet's, I think about when Brawl Stars first talked about mastery titles being released a year ago, and there was this list that was released. It used to be Rocket Girl, and right before they released it, they changed it, which I think Rocket Girl is just so much better than the Rocket. I don't know why they did that. It's just a downgrade, honestly. Matt says, as a proud Janet master, I voted Grom. With one left hand is Russian words that means how it is easy to do something so you can do it with one hand. I think that is exactly what it means. Janet's definitely needs a change. And Grom's so funny, so good. I'm gonna put it up here. Jackie, censored word, versus Lola, Drama Queen. I love these two as well. Jackie is my mood with randoms. Agree. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this one, but I am putting Jackie's in the best. It's censored out, so we never know what she'll ever say. I like it. And Drama Queen, I will farm it just for the title. Okay, Leon the Sneaky versus Gus the Lost. Two titles that start with the. Gus wins this one, which is super surprising to me because I thought more people like Leon and the Sneaky just sounds better, but you guys chose Gus. Would you rather be sneaky or lost? Personally, I'd rather be sneaky, but the lost sounds way cooler and mysterious, also true. Unfortunately, I'm honestly gonna have to put both of these titles in horrible just because they can be changed so easily to make them go from D tier to like at least A tier or even S tier. And Leon is also one of those titles that had a different mastery title before it was released. It was called Sneaky Boy, maybe a little bit better. And the last two titles that I did not do polls for are Charlie, Kit, Larry and Lori, and Miko. Miko's I love so much. Am I a joke to you? It looks so good on the battle card as well, so I'm gonna put it in the best. The Amazing for Charlie, I don't like at all. I'm just gonna put her in could be better. Meow for Kit, I love Cat. Kit goes into so good. I will just farm this just for the title. And Larry and Lori, if you don't know, is I Am the Law, and I actually really like that one as well. So I'm gonna put it in so good. So there we go. That is my mastery title tier list. And if you have any suggestions to redo some of these mastery titles, put them in the comments. Let's look for the best ones and vote those up. And until next time, we'll see you later.